"90 kilometers north of Kathmandu, Nima Sherpa and I are walking towards Garan. For the last 10 years, all our trekking porters have come from this Tamang village. The Tamang people are one of the many tribes of Nepal. In Garan, 80 Tamang live along the road, while the main village of 600 lies 200 meters below. 25 years ago, the army built this very precarious road. 12 years later, this landslide destroyed Garan's water system and flattened the creek bed that was its source. Singhi, our lead porter, asked for my help. I agreed to do a reconnaissance trip and with the villagers come up with a system plan. I would try to raise the money and the villagers would do the work with no middlemen involved.
सब्जी छ भने सब्जी पनि लगाऊ
सब्जी छ नि
हरियो सब्जी अलिअलि छैन
अलिकति होला म
अनि
मलाई जुम्मदी चले
कितनो किदन है
कतै मेरो के आया म
उता हेर्न मुभी हो
आया नि म रिबले
o sea ayak barro ko kringi vla pani ayak mali pato randaji sanga o
पछि हे लौले फिल्म सुटिङ लाटे भेजरी
सुटिङ
yesto
The 20 families who live along the road have this one tap for all their needs, but at least they did have water. The new pipeline would go directly to the old village below, where the need was by far the greater.
पर्दैन सर बाटो बुढीले दिनुपर्छ उनीहरूले पर्दैन म बुढो मान्छेले दिनुपर्छ गरौँ बुढो मान्छेले के किन्नै जान सक्दैन दिनुपर्छ बुढो मान्छे पुग्नु सक्दैन गर्नु सक्दैन
The hills above Garan are in Langtang National Park. We met with park officials to show them the wet hillside that seeped spring water. Long discussions carried on about the catchment system, the pipeline route, its total length, and how many trees we'd cut down. They seemed satisfied and charged only $100 for the permit. Frakas, Singhi's son, got right down to work. Okay, off it goes. We measured and marked the route down the mountain, across the road, and continued down to just above the old village, where a large concrete distribution tank would be built. And still, discussions go on. The local sawmill cuts wood by terraces of wheat above the old town. Garan is perched high above the huge Trasuli Valley. Once it was a town on an ancient trade route to Tibet. Now the trails are overgrown and commerce has moved up onto the road. Two of Gran's 11 taps provide just trickles of water, while the rest are completely derelict. Although the endless discussions continue, with Singhi, our head porter, haranguing his troops, we have decided to go ahead. In Kathmandu, we bought all the various materials for the intake system and trucked them to Gran. In heavy early monsoon rains, they were carried up the mountain, load by load. Everyone was soaking wet. The catchment tanks were buried, and soaked workers warmed themselves by a bonfire. Several creeks were dug, fed into pipes to the settling tanks, and we had running piped water. In the wettest monsoon in years, Nima supervised the construction of the distribution tank, the second part of our system. In crazy Kathmandu, we bought 3,200 meters of pipe and 700 meters of cable. While Singhi rode in the truck with the pipe, Nima and I took a 6-hour bus ride to Gran.
Nice to this.
Yeah. We camped on Singhi's roof. The pipe pile had become a playground. The Dassain festival time had begun. All work had stopped, and the buses were jammed with festival travelers. Nima and I went to check the intake system. Up the mountain, the flow rate was 1,800 liters per hour. It would have no trouble keeping the tank full. Down at the distribution tank, the outlet pipes were ready for the 11 smaller lines that would feed Gran's taps. The lid for the tank was obviously overbuilt. Hey! We stopped for a snack in an old Tamang house. Outside, farming did not stop for the festival. What are you doing down here, Gombo? Grass. We didn't stop either for the festival. We did another truck run for the remaining supplies. Rasmita, Singhi's daughter, had no trouble with the 40-kilo sacks of cement.
No.
Camera.
Finally, the pipe in 30-kilo bundles was carried up the mountain.
बिरामी सापातिर थाहा छैन 1 वर्ष खानु हुँदैन अलिकति कममा
Mor no veo.
In 7 days, men, women, and kids hacked and scraped, laid and buried 2,700 meters of pipe, a true village effort. Members of 125 out of 150 families participated in the work. We provided the workers lunch every day, made from noodle soup, fiery hot chilies, and roasted rice. The digging was done. All that was left was the 500-meter cable-supported section that would cross this vast chasm. Without a winch, it took 50 villagers to raise, stretch, and fix it.
Good.
At last, the water arrived at the tank. Slowly filled it, and with new pipe and new hardware, the taps began to run with pure spring water. The villagers were very pleased. Thanks to so many kind donors, life is a little easier for the people of Gran.